everybody, today in literacy what we're going to do is write the next adventure for Rossi and Gaspar. So earlier in the week we read their book, we read The Runaway Iceberg, and we read the adventure that they have already been on. And that was a really good book, wasn't it? So we are going to write their next adventure. So the first thing you need to do is have a think about what you would like that adventure to be, because it's really important that we plan what we're going to write, because otherwise we get started and then we get a little bit stuck, don't we? So I've already had a think about what I would like my adventure to be, what I'm going to write about. So I'm going to get started and then you can have a think about what you'd like yours to be. So I'm just going to write some rough ideas down so that I can follow a plan, so I don't get too stuck. So I'll just put it there so you can see. So what I thought for mine would be, I'm going to put it here so you can, hello. What I thought in my adventure for Rossi and Gaspar would be that Rossi goes missing. So remember, Rossi is the female penguin. So that's the taller one. Rossi is the female penguin, and she's going to go missing in my adventure. So Gaspar is going to wake up one morning and go to see Rossi, and she's not going to be there. So my adventure is going to be about finding Rossi. So I'm just going to write some rough ideas down. So Rossi goes missing is what my adventure is going to be about. So the first thing I'm going to put at number 1 is Gaspar goes to find Rossi. And that's when he will realise that she's not there. So Gaspar goes to find Rossi and she's not there. So Gaspar goes to find Rossi. Then what's going to happen is Gaspar is going to find a note. He's going to find a note left by Gaspar. Gaspar is going to find a note left by Rossi. Gaspar finds a note it's not going to be a note. Do you know what it's going to be? It's going to be a map. I'm changing my idea. So Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him. And then the next thing that's going to happen is Gaspar sets off to find Rossi. And then, so I've got a few ideas here. So I've written a few of my ideas down. And if you see here on your page, I've put some pictures and then the spellings of those words. So you can use those spellings to help you if you want to include those in your story. So if you want to include those words in your story, you've already got the spellings there. So I'm going to write my first sentence. And what do we need to remember at the beginning of our sentence? Get your kung fu ready? Capital letter. So we need to include a capital letter. Brilliant. So my first sentence is going to be, on a cold morning. So on is, how do we write on? Oh. Oh, writing in green. So on so finger space, cold. How do we write cold? On a cold. So curly k. Cold morning. So if you remember, we've got the spellings of the words here. So on a cold morning, Gaspar. So if I need the spelling of Gaspar, I can find it here. So Gaspar is a name. So Gaspar is a proper noun. It's a name. It's a name of somebody. So I need a capital letter, don't I? On a cold morning, Gaspar went to look. So it's the sound. Look. Look for Rossi. So remember, if we need help with the spelling, the name is there. So Rossi is another name. Rossi. So on a cold morning, Gaspar went to look for Rossi. So, and then what goes at the end of my sentence? A full stop. Ha! So make sure you're putting your punctuation. So, ha! So, full stop, not a football, just a full stop. On a cold morning, Gaspar went to look for Rossi. So I've done my first point, so I can tick that one off, can't I? So that's why it helps to have a bit of a plan so that you can follow it, so that when you've written, so that when you're writing, you don't get stuck as you're going. So if you write a few ideas down, it doesn't have to be sentences. You can just write some ideas down, or you could draw some pictures as a bit of a storyboard. It just helps to write some ideas down so you don't get stuck. Or talk to somebody about what you're going to write so that as you're writing, you don't get stuck, okay? So Gaspar goes to find Rossi. I've written that one. My next point was Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him. So my next sentence is Gaspar finds a map. Gaspar finds a map. Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him. How do we write the word him? Him. 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 But, so I'm going to use a connective. Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him, because I need to say that Rossi's not there. Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him, but Rossi is nowhere to be found. But Rossi is nowhere to be found. So on a cold morning, Gaspar went to look for Rossi. Gaspar finds a map that Rossi has left for him, but Rossi is nowhere to be found. Full stop. So I've done 2 of my points. It does help to write some ideas down, because I nearly forgot that I was going to write that Rossi wasn't there. So it's good to write some ideas down. Okay, so don't forget to include your capital letters and your full stops. Ha! Okay, so capital letters and ha. So don't forget to include those. So how do we do a capital letter? Capital letter. How do we do a full stop? Ha! Okay, make sure you're including those. So have some fun writing those down, and I've put on there, I've put your capital letters, finger spaces and full stops so that you can tick them off when you have done them all in your writing, okay? If you can send me some photos later, I can't wait to see what you do. Have a lovely day. Bye.